Let's talk about hosting. People ask me all the time what hosting company I recommend. There's so many out there. I'm Doug Cunnington. I talk about Amazon affiliate marketing and project management. So have a look at the channel, and if you like what you see, please subscribe. I really treat hosting like a commodity, right? I really don't care which one I use. I just want to make a decision and stick with one, right? And I'll tell you straight up, I use SiteGround right now for the majority of my sites. I'm an affiliate for SiteGround, so if you purchase through my link or anything, I get a commission. I appreciate it. It doesn't cost you any more. But yeah, straight up, I'll tell you SiteGround is one that I really like. And another company that I use is MDD Hosting. And I'll put a link for both of those below. Also an affiliate for MDD. The thing is, there are three main areas you really want to consider for a hosting company, and that's service, and service, and service. Like I said, I think hosting is really a commodity, and if you pick a host, there's a lot of them out there. There's like Bluehost, HostGator, GoDaddy, and there are hundreds of them. I believe if you're paying like a certain minimum price, you should get relatively the same kind of speed and hosting packages for about the same price, right? So it really doesn't matter what company you pick as long as you don't get like bottom of the barrel, right? So as long as you don't get some super small company that can't provide you with support, you should be fine. So as long as you're paying a few bucks a month, $4 to $10 per month for a shared hosting plan, you're probably in good shape. Now, I'm gonna put a link for another video that I did on like when to upgrade hosting packages. But if you're just trying to figure out which one to use, it probably doesn't matter as long as you're picking a company that isn't like the bottom of the barrel. Right? As long as they're not like a reseller, then you're in good shape. Here's how I ended up at SiteGround. One of my bigger sites that gets lots of traffic, 2,000 visitors, 3,000 visitors a day. It was starting to bog down. It was starting to run slower. And I was working with a particular hosting company that I won't mention now because I had a bad experience. Like the site kept crashing and they weren't able to help me. I would have to call their customer service. I didn't have to wait on hold for long, but whoever I talked to was unable to fix the problem. They would have to create a ticket for the technical team, right? The system administrators to actually go look at my server, check out anything to see if it was wrong. The problem is it would take like a day for them to get back to me. So I would call in, my site would be down. They would tell me to, make sure I have optimized the site for speed and that I'm, basically running a good server, right? I don't have too many plugins and stuff like that. And then they would create a ticket and they would send it to the technical team and I wouldn't hear back for like a day. So this happened a few times over the course of about 2.5 weeks. And my site was basically down 50% of the time. Again, I wasn't ever able to talk to an admin to ask them about does it look like my traffic's too much? Do I need to upgrade hosting? No one actually gave me any real advice. They would reboot the server and then they would tell me to make sure my images weren't too big, I didn't have too many plugins and that sort of thing, which I knew it was fine because my site was loading in usually under 1 second, right? So it was pretty fast when it was running, but the service was just poor. So I talked to some friends who had bigger sites and what hosting company that they were using, and they told me it was SiteGround. I did a little research and more people were telling me SiteGround. So I hopped over, moved, migrated over to SiteGround. It was good to go. Additionally, I had a few questions when I was migrating, so I hopped onto their live chat support, and within 20 seconds, I was chatting with a customer service rep who was a technical person, right? They were a system administrator and they were able to go directly to my server and check things out, make changes, reboot it if needed, whatever I needed them to do. That customer service person was able to, make those changes right away. What hosting company do you use, and have you had any issues with a hosting company? Let me know in the comments below. Just curious. I think, once you have a couple sites out there, most of the time you'll end up with some sort of issue with the hosting company. Everyone likes to complain about the hosting company. So it's kind of like cable service or something like that. Anyway, like I said, I use SiteGround nowadays, really happy with them, and MDD Hosting is solid too. They're a smaller company, by the way, MDD Hosting, but they have the same sort of speed with customer service and stuff. And you could actually, hop on, chat, and those folks could work directly on your server as well. Much smaller company, but same kind of service service level. So pretty cool. And I use both of those. Be sure to check out the video that I mentioned on like when to upgrade hosting. Sometimes it's good to get ahead of the curve and upgrade your hosting before you actually need it if you're close to sort of a threshold point. So we'll see you on the next one, and thanks for watching.